What is up, boyos? It is a Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're going to be taking on the Burst mode. I've done it both on Planetary Destruction and Exploding Rage, but we're going to be doing it with the Exploding Rage because that's probably one of the easier ones to get through it with, and faster ones. I'm going to just continue to scroll as I'm talking a little bit and just showing you guys what we ran to get over 6,000 score. Like I said, we have completed this with over 6,000 score, so that's not a huge issue. Hang on a second. Why did I tag Fizz? I didn't mean to tag Fizz. I had that tag for Fizz. That's supposed to be in. I messed that up. Whoops. So that's probably why I had a harder time last time. But there you guys have it. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, we could probably have added more of these in there to get extra score, but we really didn't need it. So let's just jump right in. I beat this last time with that 50% damage reduction on, like a dum-dum, not paying attention. So, yeah, I made a mistake there. Luckily, we got dual Broly's first rotation, so that's going to be kind of clutch, honestly. In second rotation, we got the Gokus and Goku again. So that'll be kind of good. And then we got Gohan, who will come back around. But at this point, we'll have the dual Broly's up, ready to go. And we'll just blast off with those guys. So let's just activate the transformation right off the rip. Because he takes was taking 50% less damage from, as you saw, Fizz-type units. Because I, for some reason, put that down as my option, even though I meant for it to be int. But it is what it is. So now these guys that are Fizz are going to do quite a bit more damage. So it would be like the Ultimate Gohan and things of that nature and the God Goku. They're going to do a lot more damage versus doing 50% less like they were doing apparently prior. That's one of the reasons why I probably struggled to get through it. Not necessarily struggled, but it just took me a lot more turns than it should have. Because these guys will completely body the stage. The Broly's, I'm not too worried about them. And this Goku, I brought this guy because, I mean, realistically, he's still pretty good. And he can fit on a lot of teams. That actually does, and he can do relatively well. As you can see, he can launch multiple supers at a time, and it's not really like he's not able to do damage. He can do pretty solid damage for his own, and it's not like he can't defend himself either. So he can do pretty well all across the board. All right, I think that's a third super. Sorry, I'm just getting the Entrusted Will video up for you guys as well at the same time. So we just completed the Entrusted Will SBR finally. I got around to it. I completely forgot about it. So we're going to run probably mine in slot 1. Just give him 2. We shouldn't need much more than that. Give you all of those. And then that. Hopefully mine can dodge. Or just not take a lot of damage. Okay, 95k. Okay, there's one dodge. We will take that. We take one dodge. One dodge isn't terrible. Because I didn't give him the proper option to dodge, so that's kind of my fault specifically. So that's only on me to blame. This Goku actually is surprisingly good still at this point, which is kind of weird to say, and I don't mean it that way. Like, the man's still pretty good overall. I mean, he takes some damage in some events. He can still do, I don't want to say hard content necessarily, because he can do most content. He can't do all content, but he can do most. I'm talking the Super Saiyan Goku. Sorry. Alright, back to the Gohan.
I will defeat you.
Alright. Perfect dual Broly's up again. We're going to activate this right away just so we can get the extra 26%.
Where do you think you're going? I'm preparing the rocket so he can escape the explosion. In a rocket built for one person.
Let's give him only 3, just because I want to make sure this guy gets enough ki. And Gohan, I'm not too worried about him. You're at the end of the rotation. You should be building up, but you are at the end of the rotation. But I need my Broly's to be as strong as physically possible. This man needs to build up his attack stat, which is what he does on his 18 keys. That's why I needed to make sure he gets his supers off. At least his 18 key super, no question. So we can start building that for later in the fight, because he's going to be the main one to carry us. Especially for damage output. Alright. So this Broly, I was honestly surprised when they dropped his EZA. I mean, I knew it was coming, but just how good it actually is. Like, I've had this man up to 60 million just on an 18 key super. Like, without a support unit on rotation. Like, this man just completely goes nuts. Alright, here's the perfect thing. We're going to go like this. Give you those, just so you can get hit first and build up that defensive stat a little bit. Give you those, and then give you those. Let him get hit once, build up that defense, and attacks that, and then launch your 18 key super, which also builds up your defense. Because right now we're just looking to get prepped and readied for the remainder of the fight, because like I said, this fight can be long, mainly just because of the way the way I set up the stage, not necessarily the team. I had it so they have slightly higher defense, but slightly less attack. I'd rather them take less damage from me than deal more damage to me, if that makes sense. Because I'd much rather be able to elongate the fight than just get completely one-shotted if my units haven't built up enough or whatever it may be at that point when the super attacks do happen. But once we get the chance here, the God Gokus can transform into the Super Saiyan Goku, which the link acts almost perfectly with the LR Goku there. Skip that. Broly transformation. So now we have dual legendary Super Saiyan Brolys. We're not going to activate his ability yet. Alright, so we need to get him some ki. We'll just give you 2. That's all I can really give you right there. I don't really want to give you too much ki, but I also need to make sure you get ki, if that makes sense. It's a weird situation with him. I'd rather this Broly have the higher ki, because of his 24, he has that chance to nullify attacks or whatever, or the fear thing. I always forget what it's called. So they'll stop them from launching 1 attack, but I mean they're not going to do too much damage anyway. But ooh, double super? Ah, nope, just 2. Oh no, a single 18 key and then just 2 regulars. But yeah, right there, 33 million from this man is absolutely nuts. And mine, like I said, I think we said we built this man with crits, so he's just going to completely have a high chance of going off because he's got those built-in additionals. We went crit dodge on him, if I remember right. I made that video about a week ago as of me, or the moment they announced it. I made that video, so I kind of forgot, which is completely my fault. But yeah, I think we went crit dodge on him because of the fact that he launches so many additionals and can launch so many additionals. We went with the idea of having a higher chance to do more damage and then still be able to dodge and survive is I think what our mindset was. Or at least my mindset when I made that video. Which we have 2 more how to builds coming. Well, as of you guys seeing this, it'll be yesterday because the banners will be dropping within, I don't know, 10 hours of this as of this point, I think. Let me see. Yeah, about 10 hours. Within 10 to 12 hours of this video going live, or actually, not 10 to 12 hours of this video going live, 10 to 12 hours of me recording this video, we have the new Family Kamehameha Goku, Gohan, and Goten, but it's mainly the Gohan Teen unit, and then the legendary Super Saiyan Broly unit dropping tonight in, like I said, about 9-10 hours. So that's kind of something I'm really excited for, and I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest. Like, I'm excited for it, but I'm also like, because they keep dropping so many units back to back to back on the global side. The hype is there. It's just, the hype is there. There's just too much going on, and it's just completely draining the bank on the global side from stones, and then just, it's just insane with how much is going on. That's really all I got to put at it, is it's just insane. I'm excited about it, do not get me wrong. The hype is there. I'm not angry that they're dropping more units, not by any means. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's one of those like, man, more units, more stones I have to spend right away, because we went from the anniversary to Cell Max to UI to this to that to this to that, and then to the end, then to now the worldwide. It's just, we got a ton going on the global side of Dokkan, which is fire. Again, I'm not knocking it, I'm not upset. It's fire. It's literally the best thing that could have happened. But we need to be handed some more stones on the free-to-play side, I would have to say, to try to keep this game interesting for some of the people that are just coming back or just getting completely hammered. Look at that damage output, though. Like, I do like the fact that they're easying some older units that you can still get really good use out of. That I'm all for, 110%. We're not actually going to transform you just yet. Not just yet. We're going to hold on to you for a moment. And we're going to because there's 2 more stages here. So we have to really break through their defenses a little bit. I need you to dodge. Thank you. We have to deal some more damage. We have to let him build up his stats. He raises attack and defense on his supers as well. That's part of the reason why. I understand I'm not getting the 100% from his passive because I got 2 extreme type units on the team. Believe me, I get it. But that's why I'm saying we need to rely on stacking attack and defense. Just a wee bit more. Okay, triple super. I mean, again, not complaining about the triple super. It's just he's doing almost no damage because of the fact that we don't have that additional bonus, and it's Fizz on Fizz. So, but it is what it is. We're going to get to that point where the Broly's are going to come out and just going to completely body the stage, and that's mainly what I'm aiming for, is just getting back to the Broly's. And that's why I said the Broly's being the strongest units on the team is pretty much the best option for us, just letting them completely become monsters. Letting them just do super after super after super, especially the new one that dropped. Let him build up his attack stat, because he greatly raises it per super, so. Alright, yeah, right here. Drop that down. Gonna give you those. Because, yeah, he greatly raises his super when it loads on his 18 key and it stacks. So I'm going to let him just continue to do that. And now we have Gohan doing a super at the end of the rotation, so that'll be kind of nice. And we actually might have a Dokkan mode next rotation, so that'll be good too. So hope the Vegeta I know will get beaten pretty easy on this stage. He's the least of my worries. He doesn't have a whole lot of health. It's the trio that we have to worry about right now, with the amount of health that they have. But if we can launch supers and crits, it'll be fine. And then, right there. And then next turn, well, next time this Broly comes around, as long as we're out of this stage, should I say, we're going to activate his active skill, which will give him 48% more attack stat. So he'll do that much more damage. And 24 keys, so it'll be a guaranteed 24 key super. But like I said, this Broly does hit really hard. A lot of people are saying his defense isn't good enough. I disagree with that. He's got guard. He does enough damage in his own right to make me not worry at all when he's out there. Can he take, like, supers from every big boss in the game? No. Not many units can. I'm sorry, not many units can. And if you think that they can, you're absolutely mistaken. So, but that's why you bring items to account for that issue. If you're worried about that too much and you want to just run a team, bring items. Unless if it's the mission specifies do without items, bring items. Enjoy yourself. Have fun playing the game. Alright, we're going to go U slot 1 more than likely there. Boom. Just give you that guaranteed key. Give you that, because that'll give you a chance to dodge. I'm going to give you those. So, we're not getting the Dokkan mode off. Of course we're not. So close. That's also partially my fault, because I didn't get all the proper key that I should have. But now, if we don't finish these guys this turn, we're going to end up getting the Dokkan mode next turn with the unit that does an AoE anyway. So that's kind of sucky, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. We'll beat this stage with almost no trouble. It's just, it's going to be a little bit of a tedious, long, drawn-out fight, because we're already on turn 10, honestly. Which, turn 10, we're about 13 minutes in. It's more of a tedium of just spending your time doing it versus actually being difficult. Because you could make it hard. Like the Planetary Destruction one, for some reason, made it really hard on myself. I, for some reason, stacked everything. I was like, why can't I beat this Planetary Destruction? Because it was my fault. I picked the wrong setup. But I did beat it with Planetary Destruction and got over 1,000 score. Great, so yeah, we did not beat this stage. So we're going to go like this. Broly's going to get the Dokkan mode, which is fine. And we're going to give you those. So he's got a guaranteed AoE to begin with. Plus he's launching an AoE from the Dokkan mode. So he might be able to one-shot this whole rotation. It could be possible. It's probably our best option, too, to have him do the AoE anyway. Or, realistically, I should have had the other Broly do the AoE, because he has a higher attack stat overall, but this way it guarantees that this man's going to greatly raise his attack stat going forward again, which is what we want. 42 million, and he did not finish off the Vegeta. 35 million. Yeah, see, he might have had a better chance of finishing off the whole rotation if we'd had him do his super versus the other Broly, but, again, like I said, I'd rather have him build up his attack stat anyway. Because when we get to the next turn, we're going to have... The next turn is where it gets a little bit difficult. Not super difficult, but he just tanks a little more, is what I've noticed. So we're going to activate this really quick.
Guess it's my turn. Special beam cannon!
Like I said prior, he's not as powerful as he could be, but that's my fault because I didn't let him stack up enough. We are going to activate this as well. It still looks so clean. And then right here you have, I think you have a crit chance, right? High crit chance? Or something off the passive. Performs a crit for 3 turns, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. So he's got a guaranteed crit right here in slot 3 as well. So this is going to be actually a pretty good rotation. So the Goku in the middle should have all of his links active, or at least pretty close. I should have looked, honestly. But Gohan's going to do pretty well on himself. 10 milli. Yeah, this is it. We got it next turn with the Broly's. If these guys... Oh, yeah, these guys aren't finishing it. We should have... Well, at least we should have it next turn with the Broly, should I say. There shouldn't be anything stopping us. I mean... Other than his health pool, clearly. But there shouldn't be really anything. The only thing I don't like right now is I hate how long this super attack animation is for this unit. Especially when the other... Well, like when you're playing against it, it's just long and drawn out. If we could just skip to the end. So 7 million. He's got a guaranteed crit, so maybe 3 million attack stat, or 3 million damage. 4. Okay, we'll take 5. We'll take 5. It's pretty good. Alright, activate this now. Grab these, grab this. Because they're both going to hit ridiculous numbers this rotation, so that's kind of great. And then we got Goku at the end of the rotation, so we'll just do some extra damage. Broly's got a guaranteed double hit now this rotation, or 2 attacks. So what do we got? 29 million for his first super, which, perfect. Should be a crit, please. Yes. Ooh, double super from the Broly, double 20 mil. Let's go. Let's go. We take those. And then the other Broly now is going to have the additional 48%. I think it's 48%. So that's going to give him... hopefully like a 50 mil attack stat. 53 million. 53 million attack stat. If he can launch additional supers, I've had him launch up to 3 to 4 supers, which has been over 140 million in attack stats. 32 million again. Okay, that's good. So 53 and then 32, so that's 85 million. Can we get another one? We can. 33 million. But as you can see right here, the crit chance we have has not gone off yet, which kind of sucks. There it is. We didn't do as much as we thought we would do because we didn't have the crits happen. It is what it is. I was thinking we could have done it this turn. If we would have had a few more crits from Broly in slot 2, we could have probably pulled it off. Let's activate this. Now, how are your links looking? Now that I can actually look. Yeah, every link is active, just like I thought. So that's really good. Give you those. And then the Goku at the end of the rotation's got guaranteed crits, so we'll just give you those anyway. I don't know if we can do it this turn. I don't want to say we can, because I've been saying that for the past 2 turns. I had good faith in the team. But apparently they don't want to do enough damage. This guy, the only thing that really I don't like about this man too much is he doesn't stack anything on his attack stat. He only stacks defense, which defense, again, that's great. I enjoy the defensive stacking. But he only stacks so much attack from being super attacked, or from being hit, I'm sorry. And he only stacks defense from his 18 key super, which is really good, don't get me wrong. But it just kind of doesn't give you the freedom to build up his attack stat. Like right there, we just got hit. He's at his highest attack stat right now. Without a support unit on rotation, that is the highest damage you will see from that man. That's less than 10 million. He will not hit anything higher than 10 million because he's got all of his links active. And, I mean, literally every link is active. There's nothing else I could physically have done for that unit to make his attack stat higher. That's my only caveat with it, is he doesn't hit hard enough. He can take hits, which is great, but he does not hit hard enough. So, I mean, it helps with my concept, what I was talking about for this video, is just drawing out the fight a little bit by having him tank some hits. Yeah, that helps out a lot that he can do that. But that's why you also bring units like this, where on your other rotations, it's just complete power, which is what these Brolys are. Alright. He punched Goku in the mouth. Or Kakarot, should I say. Punched Kakarot right in the mouth. But there you go, guys. That is how you beat that with a Exploding Rage. I forgot what category you used. Exploding Rage team, and beat it relatively easy. Again, like I said, it's not too hard. It's just more of a tediously long, drawn-out fight. It took us, what, 20 minutes probably? 18 minutes and 50 seconds. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.